shouted.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation today, 724-438-4593. Looking forward to chatting with you. Give me a buzz. What's on Your Mind brought to you by AR Roofing and Remodeling, Bright Stripes Seal Coating and Line Striping, Madewell Services, Full Lawn Care and Cleaning Services, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. All right. Well, you heard on the news here, Meta, Facebook, has reached a settlement with the government of $17.1 billion. This puts an end to a trial that had started that involves 29 states suing Meta over consumer protection laws and alleging that they were collecting children's personal data, all of which Meta Facebook denied. Part of the settlement is they are to implement restrictions on teen accounts. And they say it's going to take about 6 months for that to take place, for that to happen. So your thoughts on that? Of course, Dolly Parton passed away yesterday. It was announced, and tributes are pouring in from around the country and around the world, actually, concerning her passing. So anything you want to add to that, I'll be more than welcome to chat with you about it. Down in South Carolina, the Republican runoff election to be the Republican candidate in November for U.S. Senate was won by Lindsey Graham's sister, Darlene Graham. So 52% of the vote she got, over 48% of the vote that Ralph Norman got. So she will advance to the general election. You might remember a couple weeks ago, the Florida Chamber of Commerce put a big billboard in Times Square, New York, and named New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani the Economic Developer of the Year. Well, since that was posted, it has gone viral. And according to Mark Wilson, the president and CEO of the Florida Chamber of Commerce, there's not a day goes by that he's not getting a phone call from a company or some governmental official wanting information about moving out of whatever state it might be down to Florida. And he's getting calls from all over the country. He says traffic to their website has increased 500, 600% since that came out. And he says that they are looking for other places to do a similar promotion. New Jersey's one, California's one, and the cities of Minneapolis and Seattle are other possibilities. But he says, just kind of looking at basic economics is what companies are looking at, and they point to New York City's budget. So New York City's budget for this fiscal year is $117.6 billion. Compared to the entire state of Florida, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. New York City's budget, $125.8 billion. They have a population of about 8.3 million in New York City. All right, so the entire state of Florida's budget, $117.6 billion, which covers 23 million Floridians in their population. So a little bit different there in how things are handled, don't you think? I mean, you know, the state of Florida spending $8 billion less a year than the city of New York, and it's not even a balanced budget. So yeah, no wonder they have increased traffic to their website. Topic of conversation the last few days here, the U.S. debt reached $40 trillion. I don't know anybody that's happy with that figure. I don't know of anybody that was happy with 39 trillion. I don't know of anybody that was happy with 25 trillion. So anyway, just thought it'd be interesting. 80% of that debt is held by the public in one form or another. Private investors such as U.S. banks, mutual funds, pension funds, insurance companies have a stake in the debt. The Federal Reserve Bank has a role in what is owed to them. Foreign investments as well. So foreign countries have debt owed to them by the U.S. government. Then there's intergovernmental debt, covers about 20% of the overall debt. Trust funds, money borrowed from, and you wonder why they're going bankrupt, Social Security and Medicare. Monies have been borrowed from Social Security and Medicare. And the Federal Employee Retirement Fund. Money has been borrowed from. And then there's internal accounting, where the government buys its own government bonds. I don't know. Go figure. So that's just a quick little snapshot of who the U.S. owes money to. And surprisingly, a lot of it is us, right? You know, the banks, mutual funds, and pension funds, especially, and the insurance companies. So, you know, I mean, if you own stock in any of those entities at all, well, that debt's owed to you. You know, if you have a mutual fund, that money's owed to you. So it's, yeah, it is a very complicated thing, and I can't even begin to fathom it myself to make heads or tails of how that all works out. And what you know, I'd like to know what, now I know what you would say, but I'd like to know what the, you know, the professionals, so to speak, have to say about the debt. What happens if the U.S. defaults on the debt? You know, just the interest to the debt is equal to the defense spending. I believe I've got that right. You know, we're spending now close to $1 trillion a year on our defense budget. And so we've got about $1 trillion just going towards the interest on that debt. What happens if we do default? I don't know. There are, excuse me, I just saw this and I forget the date, but it's not too far in the future. I think it was like 2032, 2034 maybe, that it is estimated, maybe it's 2032, that the national debt will hit 50 trillion at around 2032 is I think what the date was. That's not too far away. $50 trillion. Wow. Wow. So that just about does it, though, for the the individual little topics. I would love to hear from you, not just on these things, but on anything else that you want to bring up and chat about. Be happy to do. Number's going to be the same, whether it's one of your topics or mine. 724-438-4593. There's also the Pirates, who have surprised me this road trip. Well, I'm not this road trip. This particular series with the Padres, I said I'd be happy if they won 1 of 3. Well, they've won 2 of 3 so far. They're 2 for 2. Game 3 is actually this afternoon. After What's on Your Mind is over at 3 o'clock, you're going to have to wait about 45 minutes until the pregame starts with the first pitch at 4:10. So Game 3 of the Pirates and at the Padres is after today's What's on Your Mind. There's also Steeler football, their final preseason game in Buffalo tomorrow night. Do you think the starters, the first teamers, should play in the game tomorrow? And if so, for how long? How long? Does Aaron Rodgers play? Just to get a little taste of live action. Because as I said yesterday, live action practice is different from live action in an actual game. Because the adrenaline's pumping a little bit more in a game than it is in practice. So, you're a half a step faster in a real game than in practice. So, should Aaron Rodgers play just to get his feet a little bit wet, so to speak? So, there's that. And, Penguin hockey is not too far down the road as well. So, there's some things we can chat about. Local politics as well. If you want to bring that topic up, be more than happy to do that. So 724-438-4593. Dolly Parton passing. It wasn't until really the last few years that I came to appreciate Dolly Parton more. I grew up in an era of, rock, hard rock, Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith. That's the music I was drawn to. Progressive rock, like Yes, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, that Alan Parsons Project. That's what I was drawn to. Not so much country. And as a result, I didn't care about Dolly Parton. I didn't care about country at all. I didn't listen to it. But I came to appreciate her more in the last few years, as I would hear her on talk shows, promoting something that she was involved in. And of course, her reading for kids, and I forget exactly what she called it, where you can register your newborn or your grandchild to get a free book once a month. My grandsons are in that. They're getting a book once a month in the mail addressed to them. And I can tell you how much. It helps when your parents are active that way, which my grandkids' parents are. But they will go over and pull a book out and bring it to you and ask to be read to. So it's a great program that Dolly Parton started. And I can tell you it works. It works. You know, that love for books is being instilled in my grandchildren at an early age. And I'm sure your grandkids and your children have benefited from that program as well. Dolly World down in Tennessee, which I've never been to. A couple of my kids have been. And just the family atmosphere that I'm told is down there with that. So, you know, her legacy, I think, is solid. No one will soon forget Dolly Parton and the good that she has done in this world and for this country. So she will be very much missed. But again, her legacy will continue, and that's through Dolly World, through her Books for Children program. I'm sure will continue. Her music especially will last forever moving forward. So anything you want to add to the passing of Dolly Parton, be my guest. Give us a call, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, and we'll be back after this.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Long live the king!
Return to the magic and mystique of the Renaissance. The Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival is back. 6 magical weekends through September 27th.
It's entertainment, it's fantasy.
It's an adventure to the past.
Filled with royalty, pageantry, jugglers and musicians, comedy, games, fine arts and crafts. Eat, drink, and be merry at the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival. Discount coupons available at Shop and Save locations.
Take the back bus.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT, your community, your connection.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Warm weather means you'll be spending more time outside. So enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customers guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings 724-554-6067 or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com. For over 50 years, Mauser's Tire Center has kept our community rolling safely. Located on Route 40 West at Seawright's Crossroads, they're your trusted source for new, used, and recap tires, plus expert repairs. Need a new set or a quick fix? Then call Mauser's at 724-249-2410, and they'll get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, 5 decades of keeping you safe.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation. 724-438-4593. All right, so most likely you've heard about the big cocaine indictments surrounding Penn State students last week, particularly frat house brothers. If you were related to the head of this alleged cocaine ring, would you make it a point to lead as lawful life as possible, especially in the aftermath of your relative having been arrested? Wouldn't you, make sure you crossed at the light? And, if you were chewing gum and you were done, instead of spitting it out on the street, you'd make sure it went into a. I mean, you would try. Would you try an exemplary, lawful life? You don't want to draw any attention to yourself. I mean, you've already got maybe guilt by association because of a family member has been arrested, right? And you don't want anything to do with that. Well, apparently, Sebastiano Marino Abatello didn't care. He's the younger brother of accused head of this ring, Agostino Abatello. He was arrested over the weekend for boating under the influence in a pontoon boat. And on it, and he was at Bald Eagle State Park. And he was found to be in possession of 2 grams of cocaine. So he's been arrested. I mean, I'm sorry. How dumb can you be? How dumb can you be? Your brother has been arrested for being a big dealer, probably looking at years in prison if convicted. So how dumb are you in the first place to, 1, have 2 grams on your person, and then 2, draw attention to yourself by, I'm assuming, he was driving the pontoon boat erratically, thereby drawing the attention of the Fish and Game Commission, who pulled him over and then subsequently found the 2 grams of cocaine that he had on him. How stupid is that? Seriously. Never underestimate the stupidity of the American criminal, right? So, I just, I don't know. I have no clue. I mean, he was not part of the original arrest. The younger brother, Sebastiano. I have no reason to believe that he played any role whatsoever in his brother's distribution ring. But now he goes and gets arrested with 2 grams on him. Do you think maybe the authorities are looking at him a little closer now? Because, by the way, he's an undergraduate at Penn State himself. Why would you allow yourself to be put into a position like that? Just, I don't know. 724-438-4593. What else do you want to chat about here today? Would love to hear. Yeah, by the way, it's a very nice day again. 79 degrees right now. I think we're looking eventually in the lower 80s someplace. And I guess according to what TJ said about the upcoming weather, we've got some hotter weather heading our way next week. Next week we head into Labor Day weekend, right? So hopefully that nice weather continues. Final hurrah, last hurrah for summer with, Labor Day weekend with cookouts and whatnot. Maybe a last pool party if the weather permits. So, by the way, are you doing anything? You have any plans? Are you heading out of town? Maybe just an overnighter or something to go attend a family picnic or something? So what do you have planned? And, again, it's considered, the last hurrah of summer. Summer's not over, not by calendar-wise anyway. We've still got roughly a month, a little less, of summer on the calendar. Then it's into fall, and of course, all of this time it brings on football. High school football starts up this week, so looking forward to that. College football as well. So a few more weeks before the pros actually kick into gear with their full-time regular schedule, but football season is here. It's upon us. So, what are you looking forward to most, though? Is it the high school games? Is it college? Is it pro? Or don't you care? We got to throw that category in there as well, because there's a lot of people that aren't football fans. They could not possibly care less as to what's going on there. So where do you stand? High school, college, pro? Give me a call on that, 724-438-4593. We could talk about the national debt, which hit $40 trillion last week, on its way to $50 trillion. And hopefully it doesn't. But I don't know what the answer is. I honestly don't know what the answer is. Other than Washington, D.C. needs to set a yearly budget or make it a 2-year budget if that's easier, because I know it's a budget for the entire country. But whatever your budget is, stick to it. Stick to it. And I don't know, does part of the budget, does there have to be a line item in the budget to not only pay the interest, but to start paying back the principal? I think that's really what it needs to be. That Congress has to set a budget a balanced budget, I may add, and stick to it. And stick to it. And at the same time, put a line item in there that deals with the debt. Okay, every year we're going to budget, I don't know, pick a number. 500 billion, 1 trillion goes towards paying off the debt, along with the interest, of course. And what, we're paid off in 40, if it's $1 trillion a year as a line item, okay, it'll take us 40 years, but at least it puts us on a path. Or if you want to string it out, okay, 500 billion a year, that'll take us 80 years. I won't see the budget balanced. I won't see the debt zeroed out. You probably won't either, but maybe our children or our grandchildren will. Somebody needs to have the guts to put that into place. And actually, it needs to be more than one. It needs to be many will have to have the guts to do that. So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts when it comes to the national debt? Or are you okay with it continuing to climb? Because remember, as that climb, we're already spending about $1 trillion a year just in the interest payments. So as the debt continues to climb, well, the interest amount continues to climb as well. And so, I've heard you call in. I've heard you complain and take note of the national debt. So call back and tell me your solution. Tell me your solution. And I know it's not going to be easy. In fact, any solution will probably hurt somehow, some way. So how would you deal with it? 724-438-4593. I had a chart, and I don't know if I could bring it back up. I inadvertently lost it. So let me see if I can find it here again. But it was a breakdown on what countries own some of our debt. Let's see here. I'm just putting it all in here. Who owns the 40 trillion, right? $40 trillion debt. I'm getting there. Bear with me. Bear with me. Wish it hadn't gone away, because this would have been so much smoother otherwise. All right, so let's see here. Excuse me. By the way, if you want to look up information concerning the national debt, you want to look up the Peter G. Peterson Foundation. They keep a pretty good track of that, what that debt is, and who it belongs to, where it goes. So China has 1.265 trillion of our debt. Is that right? Nope, wrong chart. Hold on. Wrong chart. Yeah. All right, I got to change a different page here. But you get the idea. So, how about this way? We'll change it. How we'll do it this way? What foreign countries own debt? We'll do it that way. And okay, there we go. Japan, I thought so, is the largest holder of our national debt at about $1 trillion. China is less than that. They're about half of that, really. China has $683 billion of our debt. So, and the United Kingdom, $889 billion. So, but you know, there you go. That's how things are kind of dispersed. And I want to hear from you now. Again, how do we fix it? 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. So we'll take a quick little break. More after this.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
On game day, we take you to every stadium.
Touchdown, Steelers!
Rob King, Max Starks, and Missy Matthews bring you all the excitement of Steelers football.
A strike from Rodgers, and the Steelers have taken the lead.
Only on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Steelers are cooking right now.
The Steelers wrap up the preseason on the road against the Buffalo Bills Thursday night, pregame at 6 and kickoff at 7 on your Steelers station, WMPS.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Thank you to each of you who voted for Economy Furnace Company for Best in Fayette. Your trust and support means so much. Winners will be announced October 13th. It's an honor to serve this amazing community. Your support of Economy Furnace Company is an investment in your neighbors and your town. We're proud to partner with Amana, one of the most trusted names in the HVAC industry, to bring you American-made quality you can count on. Summer is the perfect time to schedule a clean and tune-up on your air conditioner. Regular maintenance keeps your system running efficiently, lowers energy bills, and prevents costly breakdowns. If your system does break down, Economy will get you cool again fast. Don't wait until your AC stops working. Call Economy Furnace Company at 724-438-4575 to schedule your summer tune-up and keep your family cool and comfortable in the summer heat.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
One call cleans it all with Madewell Services. Family owned and operated, Madewell Services has the cleaning covered with their dependable and detailed residential and commercial cleaning, so you can come home and unwind. And Madewell Services does it all with their weekly, bi-weekly, or deep cleanings, as well as move-in and move-out services, plus junk removal. For a free estimate or to schedule a cleaning, just call or text Madewell Services at 724-912-1805.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 6 minutes left here in hour one, so plenty of time for you to give me a buzz. I want to hear from you, 724-438-4593. If you wanted to move, and this comes about, with the Florida Chamber of Commerce, telling businesses, hey, move down here, better life for you. If you wanted to move from here, from where you currently live, whether it's here in Fayette County or one of the surrounding areas that can hear my voice right now, where would you like to live? Where would you like to move to? And why? Why? Is it just because, the winters, you want to go someplace that's going to be warm all year long, closer to your kids or your grandkids, maybe they've moved away for whatever reason. Maybe you want to move overseas in retirement. Maybe, you've kind of looked around and realized that your retirement money will go further if you live, I don't know, in Italy, as an example. I don't know. But where would you like to move to? If that was an option, if you needed to do or wanted to, or were in a position to move, where would you like to go? Do you want to move into mountains or the desert, maybe on the water, whether it's, a lake or the ocean? Where would you like to go? Maybe into a big city. Maybe to downtown Pittsburgh. Move into Gateway Towers, into the apartments there, where, you could walk every place you needed to go, or take the subway to wherever you needed to go to get whatever you needed. Where would you like to move to? 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Good afternoon, Russ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you were talking about where would you like to move?
Yeah.
I have to admit, Russ, I guess I have fantasies about Wyoming and all those great trout streams out there.
Okay.
Along a trout stream with you catch those beautiful, 1.5-foot long trout.
Okay.
You clean them and you got them over a campfire and the mountains in the background. I guess.
Okay.
I kind of remind me there was a Budweiser commercial. It must have been 20 years ago where those guys were, cooking. The guy, you don't get any better than this. And it was like how they finished it, if you recall.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But there's only one trouble, Russ.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, the winters in Wyoming. There's always a breeze, my friend. You're going to see days. Yeah, you're going to see days 20, 30 degrees below zero with that wind blowing, man.
Well, yeah, that's when you have a big fireplace and plenty of wood stacked up, right?
Yeah, you better.
Yeah.
You better.
Yeah. You know what? That does have a certain appeal, though.
Yeah.
To me, honestly, it does. Providing you're well stocked and your shelter's good and everything.
Yeah.
That's got a certain appeal to me.
Yeah. Well, Wyoming is a big state, and it only has one representative conference. You're not going to be you're not going to be rubbing elbows with too many people, I guess.
I think Montana's the same way, isn't it?
I think you're right, Russ.
Yeah.
I think. Fact is, I remember this must have been 10 years ago. I ordered a brochure. These state brochures, come visit so state. I ordered one from Wyoming one time, and they call it. They call this highway that goes through there. They said Wyoming is just one big main street.
Yeah.
As what they call it,
Okay.
But that's my guess. I guess fantasy the movie was for the the weather up there. Hey, you're talking about the national debt?
Yeah.
If you want to see it, US what does they call it? The US debtclock.org and usdebtclock.com. There's two of them.
Okay.
But I kind of checked. That's the reason why I was interested about because they were approaching 40 billion. And I tell you, there's some news stories right now on television about that 40 billion.
Yeah.
And it's approaching. They're saying that one of these days, Russ. I mean, it could happen to us just like the 29 crash. You might wake up one day on a Monday and go to bed on Friday. That dollar you had saved is only worth 50 cents by Friday.
I hear you.
I mean, there's a possibility that might happen.
Okay.
I hope it don't, but
I hope so too. Wyoming has one. Montana has two.
okay.
Representatives. Both North and South Dakota have one.
But okay, that settles that then.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I guess about the news. Time for the news, ain't it, Russ?
Well, we are getting there. Yes, Mark. So Montana's where you're heading to if you have the chance.
No, Wyoming.
Oh, Wyoming. Wyoming.
Yeah. And less people, Russ.
There's a certain appeal to that as well.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. Hey, I got to run here, my friend. Thank you for the call.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate it. Hey, Fox News is next, followed by TJ with the local news. This is WMBS Uniontown. What's on your mind? It is 2 o'clock.
Meta surprise. I'm Therese Crowley, Fox News. Meta agrees to a massive settlement in the social media addiction lawsuit to pay out $17 billion to states and enact new laws and limits for teen users. Fox's Claudia
Under the terms of the settlement over the next 10 years, Meta will pay up to $17 billion to the coalition of states that sued the social media giant. It will also have to make big changes to how Facebook and Instagram operate for minors and make stronger efforts to flag harmful content and remove users under 13. Provided the court approves the deal, California alone will receive up to $2 billion. California Attorney General Rob Bonta saying, quote, "Today we have secured a settlement with Meta that will make social media less dangerous for our kids and make a world of difference for children and their families."
Meta admits no wrongdoing or liability. This same day as the passing of America's national treasure Dolly Parton, we learn the great English star of stage, film, and TV, Tim Curry, also died, age 80. Of course, you know him from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
So, come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation.
Clip courtesy of 20th Century Fox. Tim Curry, memorable in Home Alone 2 as well. His manager says he died peacefully at his Toluca Lake, California home. And we learned Dolly Parton spent her final days battling cancer.
As tributes continue to pour in for beloved entertainer Dolly Parton, it's now known that she had dealt with cancer prior to her death on Tuesday. A representative for Parton said she had been admitted to the Vanderbilt Ingram Cancer Center in Nashville on Friday. Additional details about her illness were not given, and it's not clear when she received that diagnosis.
And that's Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
It's Jessica Karingala and Kevin Bain here at Ford of Uniontown. Summer may be winding down, but the savings are still going strong at Ford of Uniontown. Drive home in a new F-150 with up to $9,000 off MSRP. And don't forget about great offers on Super Duties, like up to $7,000 in savings or more if you're a current Ford owner.
But Jess, didn't I hear that September will be about more than just saving money?
That's right. Starting September 1st, Ford of Uniontown is proud to kick off our Load Up for the Common Good food drive. We're asking our customers, friends in the community to load up on non-perishable food items and help us give back to local families in need.
And remember, we don't just sell vehicles. Our award-winning service department is ready to keep your Ford running with convenient online service appointments and free pickup and delivery.
That's Ford of Uniontown on the hill across from Applebee's. 724-425-5980 or FordofUniontown.com.
Price excludes tax, title, license, and documentation fees, financing through Ford Credit, and not all buyers will qualify.
Headlined by President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance ahead of the November elections. Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House.
Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, told me this weekend that control of the House, Republican or Democrat, will be decided in 19 of the 435 districts. An RNC official tells us a primetime showcase for President Trump's success, candidates, and causes that have propelled the 2026 midterms to unprecedented focus. There is also going to be a commemoration of the 25th anniversary of 9/11 and a section about Charlie Kirk's legacy mobilizing young voters for Republicans. Night 1, 53 items or speakers. Night 2, 56 items or speakers.
The convention next month in Dallas amid a high-profile Texas Senate race pitting Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton against Democrat State Rep James Tellerico. The president picks another winner in the Republican runoff for Oklahoma governor.
Former Oklahoma State Senator Mike Mazzei, the winner of a runoff, narrowly defeating State AG Genther Drummond in Oklahoma's GOP primary for governor, capitalizing on President Trump's endorsement as he campaigned on conservative priorities and positioned himself as a businessman ready to lead.
I am so very grateful and honored to be the official Republican nominee to be the next governor of Oklahoma.
Mazzei will now turn his attention to the general election in a race against Oklahoma House Minority Leader, Democrat Cindy Munson, where he'll seek to keep the governor's office in Republican hands. Jeff Manasso, Fox
In
News.
Alaska, retired teacher Dan J. Sullivan qualified for a slot on the general election ballot against Republican Dan S. Sullivan, the senator. Republicans worry voters could confuse the two, lifting Democrat challenger Mary Peltola to victory. I'm Therese Crowley. This is Fox News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It's mostly sunny and 80 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Injured, call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano, and we'll check sports and weather in a bit. Students at Laurel Highlands Middle School started the new year remotely today due to mold found in the building. The impacted students will be connecting with teachers online 3 days a week and working independently the other 2 days. School district leaders are hoping that the middle schoolers will be able to get into the classrooms by September 8th, but the timeline is not final. A few other school districts in Western Pennsylvania have had problems with mold this year as well. A superstar scratch-off lottery ticket worth $1.5 million was sold at a convenience store in Westmoreland County. Lottery officials said the ticket was sold at Parmar on North Broadway Street in Scottdale. The store will get a $10,000 bonus for selling the winning ticket. WVU Medicine is preparing to finalize its acquisition of Independence Health System in early October of this year, pending final regulatory approval. Ahead of the official closing, workers have begun updating signage in Westmoreland County, including replacing old signs at Westmoreland Hospital with WVU Medicine. Signs will also be updated at Latrobe and Frick hospitals. Following the acquisition, WVU Medicine plans to invest $800 million into infrastructure improvements over the next 5 years, making it the second largest health system operating in Western Pennsylvania. The Hollies are calling it quits. Here's more from Mark Mayfield.
Hey, Carrie Ann, what's your game? Now can anybody play? Hey, Carrie Ann.
They made the announcement on Thursday when lead guitarist Tony Hicks and drummer Bobby Elliott said that they were both retiring. Hicks' decision came as he faces health concerns, while Elliott has decided to step away out of respect for his bandmate. Hicks and Elliott, the final two members of the Hollies' classic lineup, joined the band in 1963. I'm Mark Mayfield.
WMBS time is 2:08. We'll check sports and weather after this.
439-2323 for 24-hour emergency
emergency service. Call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool. And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, Pirates will wrap up their series with the San Diego Padres this afternoon. Bubba Chandler gets the start for the Bucks, who are 65-69 and have won 2 in a row. We'll have the game on WMBS. The pregame will be at 3:45 with the first pitch at 4:10. Steelers, their final preseason game is tomorrow night. They'll visit the Buffalo Bills. We'll have the game starting at 6 for the pregame. Kickoff tomorrow night is at 7 on WMBS. Partly to mostly sunny the rest of the afternoon, 82. Partly cloudy and 65 tonight. Partly cloudy again tomorrow with an isolated shower, 83. Partly cloudy on Friday, 80. Mostly sunny on Saturday, 81. Partly cloudy, warmer, 87 on Sunday. Right now, it's mostly sunny and 80 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios at 2:10 on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm TJ DeStefano, and up next, we have hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes on WMBS.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
Sometimes you just can't hold it and have to answer nature's call. So whether you need to go number 2, evacuate the building or perform an exorcism, or if you just need to go number 1, make a pit stop, powder your nose, A1 Porta-Johns of Uniontown will make sure that when you need a place to do 1 or 2, a toilet is ready for you. For more information, call 724-557-2426 or follow them on Facebook. A1 Porta-Johns, a proud sponsor of the Heartland with Haley show.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility, combined with our personalized approach, is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
If it's time for a change of decor at your home, let the trained staff at Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. The August store-wide furniture clearance is going on now. There are no gimmicks involved, just great value and old-fashioned service. Chesler's offers the finest in name-brand furnishings by famous makers, plus accent pieces and wall decor that will underline your unique sense of style. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for $429, 5-piece dining room sets starting at $599. For the family room, there are reclining sofas from $799 and up, with matching reclining love seats and recliners. For the formal living room, there are sofas starting at $499. Don't forget the bedding department, all mattress sets reduced. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room furniture and dining room furniture, and every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be discounted.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation again this hour. 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so no waiting. 724-438-4593. We are brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks and Baugh's Drug Store, K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping, AR Roofing and Remodeling, and Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty. Just to go over my quick little list here. Meta, Facebook, has agreed to a $17.1 billion settlement to bring an end to the federal trial where 29 states have accused them of violating consumer protection laws and collecting children's personal data, all of which, of course, Facebook denied. Part of the settlement, which will go to the 29 individual states over a 10-year period, they will be implementing new restrictions on teen accounts, such as turning off notifications during school hours, shutting off at night, basically, or prohibiting, limiting access in evening hours. So some of the things that Facebook says will take about 6 months for them to implement. Excuse me. Let me see here. Darlene Graham won the South Carolina runoff yesterday, beating Ralph Norman to represent the Republican Party in the Senate race to replace the late Lindsey Graham for that seat. The Florida Chamber of Commerce says that their promotion touting New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani as Economic Developer of the Year has been, well, nothing less than fantastic, I guess. Their website has seen an over 500% increase in traffic. Mark Wilson, the president and CEO of the Florida Chamber of Commerce, says he's getting calls daily from business owners, factories, politicians, former senators and governors wanting more information. He's gotten calls from virtually all over the United States, and they are considering doing another promotion similar to what they did in New York City, but this time maybe in New Jersey or California or even a couple cities, Minneapolis and Seattle, he mentions. So he went on to say that, one of the reasons people or companies are moving is, well, purely economic reasons. The New York City budget this year, $125.8 billion, $8 billion, with a population of 8.3 million, whereas the entire state of Florida, $117.6 billion, so about $8 billion less than what the city of New York spends, and with 3 times as many people, 23 million in the state of Florida. The nation reached $40 trillion in debt last week, as many of you already know. 80% of that debt is held by private investors, such as U.S. banks, mutual funds, pension funds, insurance companies. The Federal Reserve has, and foreign investments hold about 80% altogether with the private funds. 80%. 20% is intergovernmental debt, such as, well, the feds have borrowed from Social Security, and they borrow from Medicare, and trust funds, and federal employee pension funds. All of that has to be paid back eventually, somehow, some way. So I've been asking, how would you pay that down? What would you do? What are your suggestions? About $1 trillion a year is in the budget to pay just the interest on this debt. So, of course, as the debt goes up, well, that interest amount goes up as well. So what is your plans to pay that down? And also, based off of, Florida, asking companies to move down to Florida, if you had the opportunity, or if you just want to move for whatever reason, it's retirement, you want to go someplace warm, you want to move closer to your kids or your grandkids, whatever the reason might be, where would you like to move to and why? So 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. Tony.
Hey, Tony.
I wanted to, what I'm going to talk about is not what you've been talking about today, but
quite all right.
I lost my sister recently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To COVID.
I'm sorry.
And thank you. And what happened was she had a visiting nurse come to the house to check her blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And she was supposed to come 2 days. The second day, she called off because she had COVID. My sister contracted the COVID and then had to go to the hospital. She had pneumonia, sepsis, everything. Russ, I will tell you, it is the most devastating thing that I've ever had to go through. I hope I never have to go through it again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been awful. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
I had 80-plus years with my sister, so it makes it that much harder.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope and pray for the people that will go through it that they can have some relief after they've passed, because trust me, it was the kindest thing that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want to see them like that.
Yeah.
And I had other things I wanted to talk to you about, but I just mostly wanted to tell you about this. And I'll call you another time.
Okay. And again, Tony, I am so sorry. But thank you for sharing as well.
All right. Thank you, Russ.
And I hope,
okay,
I know it's not going to get better anytime soon, but I hope it maybe a little better every single day anyway.
Thank you. You've been understanding, and I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tony.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah, that's one of those things you just can't imagine having to face that. I feel so bad for Tony right now. I had a cousin pass away back during the pandemic. Pass away from COVID, and just one relative was allowed to go in, and so one of his brothers, another cousin of mine, was the only one that was allowed to go in and see. My cousin was not married, so just and what my surviving cousin had to go through, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, back to normal here. All right, both lines are open, so give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. What else do you want to chat about? Again, I'm asking you if, if you had the chance to move and the means to move, where would it be to? Where would you head to? Mark called at the end of the first hour there. Wyoming, Montana, one of those two states. I always get them mixed up. He'd go to, just for the fishing. Not necessarily for the snowfall and the cold in the wintertime, but for the fishing he'd love to go out for. And the wide open spaces. And you know what? I can see the appeal to that. I honestly can. So I don't know that that's what I would choose. I myself, I'm just so drawn to the ocean that could be a destination for me. But again, like Mark, Montana, Wyoming, there is a certain appeal to that. So might have to consider that. What I'd really like to do, quite honestly, is travel the country. Travel the country. Whether it's in a motor home or towing a trailer behind, I would love to travel I would like to take a year or two. I don't know. Play it by ear. Just to travel this great country. I've seen a lot of it, but it pales in comparison to what has yet to be seen. Just the drive, to me, would be just the drive in itself, seeing from the great open highways what this country has to offer. I've never been to South Dakota or North Dakota, for that matter. I've never been to, the rock carvings of our presidents out in South Dakota. Would love to do that. I've skirted around Yosemite. Never been to it. I've flown over the Grand Canyon. I've never been to it. Driven through deserts. There's just so much to see. I mean, even the Great Arch in St. Louis would be interesting to see. Maybe even ride it. I understand you can ride it. So anyway, that also has a certain appeal to me. So what about you? What about you? Where would you like to locate to? What in this country would you like to go visit, see? Smoky Mountains. I don't know. Where? So give me a call, 724-438-4593. Hey, just a reminder, Pirate Baseball this afternoon, by the way. So 3:45 That's 45 minutes after the end of today's show. Pre-game will start, and then 4:10 will be the first pitch. Game 3 of the series with the San Diego Padres. Pirates hoping to sweep that series. So just wanted to remind you about that. And then tomorrow, preseason football. Steelers travel to Buffalo. So for their final tune-up before the regular season starts in another 2 weeks. So there's that. We've also got high school football coming up this Friday. So we've got a couple games going here for you. Got on the radio here, Mount Pleasant at Laurel Highlands, and then on our YouTube channel, Uniontown at Brownsville. That's Friday. So the Sproles Insurance pregame at 6 o'clock, by the way, and then those two games that I mentioned, kickoff is at 7. So we've got a lot of sports coming your way here on WMBS. Time to take a quick little break. When we come back, though, both lines are open, so give me a buzz.
Long live the king. Return to the magic and mystique of the Renaissance. The Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival is back. 6 magical weekends through September 27th.
It's entertainment. It's fantasy.
It's an adventure. To the past.
Filled with royalty, pageantry, jugglers and musicians, comedy, games, fine arts and crafts. Eat, drink, and be merry at the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival. Discount coupons available at Shop and Save locations.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. And we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor, available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Thank you to each of you who voted for Economy Furnace Company for Best in Fayette. Your trust and support means so much. Winners will be announced October 13th. It's an honor to serve this amazing community. Your support of Economy Furnace Company is an investment in your neighbors and your town. We're proud to partner with Amana, one of the most trusted names in the HVAC industry, to bring you American-made quality you can count on. Summer is the perfect time to schedule a clean and tune-up on your air conditioner. Regular maintenance keeps your system running efficiently, lowers energy bills, and prevents costly breakdowns. If your system does break down, Economy will get you cool again fast. Don't wait until your AC stops working. Call Economy Furnace Company at 724-438-4575 to schedule your summer tune-up and keep your family cool and comfortable in the summer heat.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for voting us Best of Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Having Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Open conversation, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, it's Pawpaw Lady.
Hey, Pawpaw.
Yeah, you were talking about seeing different parts of the country and stuff, and you mentioned the Arch in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in Missouri, about an hour's drive or so from St. Louis, and one of our grade school field trips, we went to the Arch, went up in the Arch. They have these goofy little egg-shaped elevators. Will take like 2 people each.
Okay.
Up the top. And it was an interesting thing, especially for a little kid. Went all the way up in the top and got to look out the windows. I know there's been some renovation. I'm not sure if they still have those or not, but that was in middle 70s maybe.
Okay.
But my thing that I would like to see most in our country, I would like to cruise the Alaska coast.
All right.
And see the northern lights and the glaciers calving.
The glaciers what? Oh,
They call it
calving.
calving, when
Yeah.
they break and
Yeah.
fall into the ocean and make the big splash.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Because I really enjoyed that. And when I was in college, Missouri, on the summers I would go out to the state of California and visit relatives for, because summer you can't stay in the dorms. And I would take the Greyhound bus.
Mm-hmm.
They had the Ameripass, and for 90 days you can go anywhere in the country for a set amount.
Nice.
Back then I could afford that.
Okay.
I just really enjoyed it. I stayed awake the whole time from Missouri to California on the Greyhound, seeing all kinds of sights and scenery that I wouldn't have otherwise seen, as a young college student.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after I joined the military, I got to see all kinds of stuff that,
Sure.
I got to see some parts of Turkey. I got to see some parts of Japan.
Okay.
So
is there something in the United States that you'd like to see that you haven't yet?
I would love to see Yellowstone.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, the Alaskan coastline, that's the United States. It's just not the southern part.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see that. My daughter said her favorite thing that she saw was Glacier National Park. I think that's up in Montana.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me see if I can Google real quick and find out and double check where that is. Come on, get out of here. I have a place I'd also like to be. Yeah, it is Montana. Maine. I've never been to Maine.
Yeah, I would like to go to Maine also. That's another place that I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen much of the northern part of the United States because my military stays were always in the desert southwest area or the eastern coastline over by North Carolina.
Uh-huh. Okay.
A couple of my smaller intercontinental deployments were like Louisiana, Mississippi, things like that.
Yeah.
But my favorite duty station was Yuma, Arizona. I was there for 5 years. I loved it.
The Appalachian Trail, which goes from, what is it, Georgia all the way up to Maine, I believe, right? Is that something that appeals to you?
When I was younger and able to walk, it definitely did.
Yeah.
And I read a book about a man and his friend who tried to do it together, and it was kind of stressful, and even all the planning and stuff. And there have been some murders along the trail also, and there's, that's something that happens. So they say you wouldn't want to travel that alone.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. I guess there, and I can't think of the name of it, but there is, I guess, the equivalent on the West Coast that goes from, Mexico up to Washington.
be an interesting one, and you probably wouldn't be as cold if you stepped off at the wrong time of the year.
Well, the Rockies can get awful cold now. I don't know where the path is, the trail is exactly.
I'm sure if you go to walk it, they're not going to have you scaling the Rockies. But
No.
yeah, I've seen the Grand Canyon. I've seen Monument Valley. Another thing I would like to see is the big trees up there in Northern California.
That I've seen. There's no word to describe them. They're absolutely monumental, really.
Yeah, my little brother who lives out in the state of California, he's seen them with his mother when she was alive. He was younger, so he did get to go see that.
No. All right. Okay. Hey, Papa Lady, I thank you.
All righty, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so what about you? What do you want to see? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Where would you maybe, I don't know, live? You know, let me know. If you had the means, if it was available to you, you know, where would you like to go? You know, a place I've never been to, which I would love to do. I'd like to do the Florida Keys. I've been through Florida. I've spent a little bit of time in Florida. But I would like to travel the Florida Keys. I think, you know, just no particular reason. Just I would love to do the Florida Keys. You know, that long bridge that connects them all. That'd be kind of fun to do. So yeah, there is just so much in this country. I would love to travel the intercoastal waterway from Florida all the way up to, well, I know it extends all the way up north, but it's not as much as like what the actual intercoastal waterway is, where it is, most of it is inland a bit and is still controlled by tides. But from Florida up to Norfolk, Virginia, I would love to do that. And then travel the Chesapeake by boat from Norfolk up to, I don't know, Annapolis, Baltimore, Chesapeake City, which is on the C&D Canal. Heck, if I'm that far, just go on over to Cape May, New Jersey, across the Delaware Bay. I would love to do that sometime. Of course, it all depends on money, doesn't it? So, anyway, what would you like to do? Come on, I know you've thought about this, so call me. 724-438-4593. You know, and, you know, for that matter, if you have no desire to travel anyplace, no desire to see anything, and you're content, you're happy to stay right here where you are, right here in southwestern Pennsylvania, you have let us know that too. You know, maybe you have everything here. You have no desire to see anything else. Your family's here. Maybe that's it. And that's fine. That too kind of has a little bit of appeal to me. And I can understand that feeling. So, you know, if you just want to stay put, fine. Let us know that as well too. So give me that call, 724-438-4593. Also, I've been asking you for your suggestions, your ideas for paying off this national debt of $40 trillion. You know, I've mentioned it needs to start with, well, I guess probably a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution. Really? Now, that can come in several ways. You know, it is so huge. It is so huge, the budget in this country. Okay, instead of a yearly budget, I don't know, make it a 3-year budget, a 2-year budget, whatever. But have a budget that the government has to stick to. And within that budget, there's a line item. Half a trillion dollars, $1 trillion a year in the budget, whatever it is, goes towards paying off the principal of the $40 trillion debt. I would love to see that national debt clock start moving backwards. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? So give me your thoughts on that as well. And if you think my idea is full of baloney, okay. Again, I'm okay. Tell me that I'm wrong and that you've got a better idea. I'm okay with that. Maybe you're okay with the debt. Let it go. Who cares? I'll be gone. Doesn't concern me. So 724-438-4593. Also, Dolly Parton. What was your favorite song, or what is your favorite song that Dolly Parton had written? I heard something today that she wrote over 3,000 songs. Wow. Wow. Really? I wonder if they were all recorded at some point in time. You know, it's one thing to write a song, it's another to have it recorded. So, and of course, she wrote for so many other artists. So, you know, your favorite Dolly Parton song. You know, 9 to 5. Jolene. What was it? Coat of Many Colors. I've heard some of the lyrics of that one because again, I told you growing up I wasn't a fan, so I didn't care. But some of these songs I've just mentioned, I've heard in the last few years, and yes, I enjoy them. So 724-438-4593. We got a caller working their way through the system right now. So we'll get to them as soon as that starts flashing red. That's my hope anyway. So they're taking their time. I don't know why, but yeah, so we'll get there. Anyway, what else do you want to chat about? So, you know, it doesn't have to be anything I've brought up. If there's something else you want to chat about, call me. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yeah, hey, you know, I don't know if anybody ever brought this up, but I'm a senior citizen, and I got, heating oil.
Yeah.
And I called, usually I get heating oil at this time of the year all the time, and the last 2 years is $2.99 a gallon. And that was cheap that was expensive compared to years before. I called before now here about a week ago. It's $4 something a gallon now, $4.46, $4.50 something a gallon. What do they expect seniors to do? I'm not eligible for energy assistance or anything because I own my property and I own vehicles. And the welfare office said $9,000 in assets is all you're allowed. What do they expect seniors to do?
I'm not sure, sir. I don't know. I hear you, though. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name?
Bob Hauer.
Hey, Bob. Well, I didn't need your last name, Bob. Just somebody so I can address you. That's all. Yeah, Bob. When you're on fuel oil, I don't know what's available for you in that regards because I know the electric company and the gas company, they got programs to help on that. But yeah, I've not heard of anything. I don't know. Have you called your local state rep? They might know of a program. Have you heard anything on that?
No, I didn't get to that
Yeah.
yet, but
And
I do
quite
know.
frankly,
I do know. Huh?
Well, I was going to mention, and does your fuel supplier, do they know of any programs?
No, they just told me, there's nothing they can do. It's up, apply for energy assistance, line heat. But like I said, if you own your property and stuff, you're only allowed 9,000 in assets, and your vehicle covers that. So, but what I was thinking, why don't these politicians make these oil companies and stuff and utilities companies give more time to pay? I mean, they say, well, you got 30 days to pay, but if you're on a fixed income, your 30 days is one pay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I'm just wondering what they expect seniors to do this winter, if it's going to be too late. Pipes are going to freeze and people are going to freeze or whatever,
Right. Hopefully the prices are going to be coming down here again shortly. I expect they will, but how quickly, Bob, I don't know. Hopefully that goes into effect in time to help you out and fill your tank up for the year.
Well, I'm hoping, but I just wanted to bring that up. In case politicians are listening, maybe they could do something to maybe even make the oil companies, oil distributors, allow more time to pay the bills or something, because it's going to be rough.
Yeah, because I know the utility companies, you can go on a budget with them.
Yeah. But the one I deal with is from 1987. I deal with them all the time, and they're sticking with their 30 days, and that's it. And so I don't know. I mean, and my neighbor, he's got. I know people got electric and everything, but they're going to go up too. So
sure.
So I'm just wondering if any politicians are listening. Maybe if they could do something with these before it's too late during the winter.
Yeah. Well, maybe shop around a little bit too, Bob. I know you said you've been with this company since what'd you say, 87?
87, yes.
Yeah, well, maybe you need to shop around a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I just thought I'd bring that up, and thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate your call, and I wish I had a better idea for you, a better answer.
All right. Thank you, bud.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, we got to take a quick little break. When we come back, you and I together, we're going to close out hour 2 of What's on Your Mind after this.
For over 50 years, Mauser's Tire Center has kept our community rolling safely. Located on Route 40 West at Seawright's Crossroads, they're your trusted source for new, used, and recap tires, plus expert repairs. Need a new set or a quick fix? Then call Mauser's at 724-249-2410, and they'll get you ready for the road. Mauser's Tire Center, 5 decades of keeping you safe.
This is Eric Cushy from Curtis Pharmacy with big news. We are now accepting all Medicare Part D plans, including UPMC and Highmark. Service and care you need from a local provider you trust, including vaccines, compounding, delivery, and our Pack My Meds program. 90-day supplies are available too. Visit us in Claysville, Washington, Carmichaels, and our new location on Arch Street in Connellsville, or visit us on the web at curtispharmacy.com.
One call cleans it all with Madewell Services. Family owned and operated, Madewell Services has the cleaning covered with their dependable and detailed residential and commercial cleaning, so you can come home and unwind. And Madewell Services does it all with their weekly, bi-weekly, or deep cleanings, as well as move-in and move-out services, plus junk removal. For a free estimate or to schedule a cleaning, just call or text Madewell Services at 724-912-1805.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRIGHT-STRIPE.com. te-stripe.com.
Bank on your future for a brighter tomorrow with First Federal of Greene County. Open an Education Club savings account and start investing in your future today. Every dollar you save brings you one step closer to achieving your goals. Plus, you may qualify for a scholarship upon high school graduation. Visit any First Federal branch to start saving today or visit ffgc.bank for account rules and scholarship eligibility. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
If it's time for a change of decor at your home, let the trained staff at Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. The August store-wide furniture clearance is going on now. There are no gimmicks involved, just great value and old-fashioned service. Chesler's offers the finest in name-brand furnishings by famous makers, plus accent pieces and wall decor that will underline your unique sense of style. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for $429, 5-piece dining room sets starting at $599. For the family room, there are reclining sofas from $799 and up, with matching reclining love seats and recliners. For the formal living room, there are sofas starting at $499. Don't forget the bedding department, all mattress sets reduced. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room furniture and dining room furniture, and every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be discounted.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind, 724-438-4593. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We've got about 3.5 minutes to go in today's show, so plenty of time. Give me a buzz to let me know if you had the means, if you wanted to, whatever, if you had the time, I don't know. Where would you move to? Or where would you at least go visit? You know, would you move away from here? And why? I mean, again, is it because, okay, you're nearing retirement and you want to get away from the cold? Understandable. You know, want to go where your kids are, where your grandchildren are. Maybe just to get away from the United States and move overseas. Maybe you want to do that because, well, your money goes farther over if someplace else, maybe. I don't know. Whatever your reasoning is, hey, that's your reasoning. That's fine. I have no argument with you whatsoever. So where would you like to relocate to, or at the very least just visit? So give me that call. And while we're at it, if you have an idea for getting rid of the national debt, how would you go about doing it? If you were the president, a prominent politician with power down in Washington, what would your proposal be? How would you get rid of this $40 trillion in debt? Because I mean, they're talking 50 trillion in like another 6 or 8 years. We'll hit the 50 trillion mark, and I don't know what happens. I honestly don't. You know, we had Mark thinking, well, you know, maybe we're looking at a major crash where a dollar's no longer a dollar. Well, a dollar's not a dollar anyway compared to how it used to be, but you know what I mean. So I don't know. What's your thoughts? Okay. So there's that. Hey, just a reminder, we've got Pirate Baseball coming up here in about 45 minutes. A little more. That's going to be pregame as the Pirates get ready to take on the San Diego Padres in Game 3 of this series. They won the fourth, too. It'd be nice if they swept it. Because I think they come home. They're off on Thursday, and then they come back and they start up again on Friday, I believe. Here, looks like it. Taking on the Cardinals. Steeler football tomorrow here also on WMBS. So their final tune-up game as they get their final game time looks or game situation looks against players kind of sitting on the bubble. You know, who are they keeping? Who do they whose dreams get broken and shattered? So we've got all kinds of, and then of course high school football starts up Friday, both online, on Facebook, and on our YouTube channel. So a whole bunch of ways you can tune in for some high school football this coming Friday evening. Hey, I'll be back here tomorrow for the extended short show. So we'll be coming on the air with What's on Your Mind at 2 and going till 4. So join us tomorrow for that extended short show, would you? Full 2 hours. We're just, moving things back an hour. So starting at 2, going till 4. So give us a call tomorrow here at What's on Your Mind. Fox News is next. They're around the corner, news from around the country, around the world. And then TJ's in here with the local news, news, sports, and weather. Having said all of that, have a great afternoon. It's gorgeous outside. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 3 o'clock.
A tech giant decides to write a check. I'm John Saucier, Fox News. A federal judge overseeing the California trial against Meta has suspended proceedings following a settlement announcement. Here's Fox's Tanya J. Powers with more.
Meta's roughly $17 billion settlement with dozens of states that had joined the federal lawsuit against the company will now be reviewed by the judge, who says she's inclined to approve the deal. California Attorney General Rob Bonta says he's not finished.
We're continuing our fight across social media, including our litigation against TikTok.
Meta Chief Legal Officer C.J. Mahoney called on TikTok and YouTube to join Meta's, quote, industry-wide solution.
I'm proud both of the work Meta has done to protect kids historically